Good morning, everyone, and thank you for setting this up perfectly for my height. Well, I am representing Mr. Green, but I am Sonia. A pleasure to meet you all. And today I want to talk to you about a company that is very hard to define, even for ourselves. To most of you, we are a plastic recycling company. To others, we collect waste and we work very closely with waste pickers to bring dignity to something that has always been overlooked. But today I'll tell you a story of Selena, one of 3,000 waste pickers we currently work with. And hopefully by the end of this story, you will understand what Mr. Green does. So before 2014 and for probably decades and decades, we've had waste pickers. In Kenya, there are derogatory terms used like chokora to represent waste pickers. At Mr. Green, that word is banned. And the reason why is because Selena and all these waste pickers are heroes. They started collecting when it was not sexy to do so. They started collecting with people abusing them, being overlooked. I think we've all passed by waste pickers. And when Kieran Smith came to Kenya from Switzerland, he noticed two problems. He noticed one, that Selena was not only mistreated by regular people, but even in her trade, that she was not treated fairly. And so the idea was how to bring a fair trade, a transparent and inclusive way of collecting plastic, adding value to it, processing it, and then selling it off to large brand owners like Unilever, and making sure that Selena gets the value of the waste she has picked. Selena today, I would say, started off waste picking to support 3 of her children. And at the beginning, she would make an average of 150 shillings a month. And when Mr. Green came into play, we disrupted the market, not by only changing the price and making sure that there's a fair price that is stable and doesn't change, but making sure she has somewhere to come where she can be treated and called, boss, how are you? Hero, how are you? And not only that, but if she needed an extra meal, she could, at that trading location, get sustenance to continue with her work. And so today, Selena actually works directly for Mr. Green. Is now a supervisor at Mr. Green. But there are 2,800 others that continue to work as waste pickers, but have moved up the value chain and not only are making more than 300 shillings, but some are actually earning minimum wage. And Mr. Green's next goal is to make sure that they earn a living wage. And how are we going to do this? Once Selena brings a plastic, we immediately pay her for her money. She does not have to wait. We then take the plastics to our factory where we mechanically process this. And meaning we'll take the sunlight bottle, for example, break it down mechanically, turn it into pellets, and then you work with local converters and then sell it off to Unilever, who will then create the sunlight bottle again. And why I mentioned sunlight, because this is the first product in East and Southern Africa that is made out of 100% recycled plastic that Selena and many others collected. And so why is Mr. Green important and why is this conference extremely important? It's because circular economy is very possible. Closing the loop is what we do every day. And the exciting part about this is that it takes not only more than around 400 people who get jobs from something we view as waste. I personally stand here because I earn a living from plastic that was thrown on the streets, that was found in oceans, that is all over the place. And so today when we leave here, I hope we're coming out of this understanding that it is not rocket science. Circular economy has existed for many years. We've just finally termed it and coined it. And I think it'll be nearly impossible for any new entrepreneurs, any new innovative ideas to come into the African space without having the circular economy and closing the loop within everything that they do. And so it's not only through plastic waste, it's how you treat people, how you engage their communities, and how you also bring back the value at the end of the day back to the same communities. So I thank you all for the opportunity to tell you more about Mr. Green, and obviously, hopefully, you can visit our sites. Obviously, we're based in Kenya, also moving into Uganda and the rest of Africa in the next upcoming years. But I would just like to stress and thank Karim and everybody else for pushing the message that circular economy is very possible, doable, and more so, it's so rewarding. Thank you.
So rewarding indeed.